Legends say that when the creator of the game of chess showed his invention to the king of India, the king was so impressed he offered any reward. The sage, a man of quiet wisdom, made a simple request. "Give me 1 grain of rice for the first square of the board," he said. 2 for the second, 4 for the third, and so on, doubling the amount for each of the 64 squares. The king laughed. He thought the man was a fool for asking for so little. But by the 16th square, the king needed a bag of rice. By the 40th square, the entire kingdom's granaries were empty. And by the 64th square, the amount of rice was more than the world had ever seen, enough to cover the entire surface of the earth. This is the math that our brains cannot compute. This is the 8th wonder of the world. Today, we aren't just talking about wealth. We are talking about the fundamental law of the universe that rewards the patient and punishes the impulsive. Our brains are biologically wired to think linearly. If you walk 30 steps, you travel 30 meters. But if you take 30 exponential steps, doubling your distance with every step, you wouldn't walk across a room. You would travel to the moon and back. In finance, we call this the rule of 72. It's a simple mental shortcut to see how long it takes for your money to double. Divide 72 by your interest rate, and you find your doubling period. At 7%, your wealth doubles every 10 years. But here is the trick. The first double is boring. $10,000 becomes $20,000. Big deal. But the 10th double? That same $10,000 becomes over $10 million. Compounding is like a backloaded explosion. All the value is hidden at the very end of the timeline. Let's look at the world's most famous case study, Warren Buffett. If you study his life, you'll find he wasn't just a genius at picking stocks. He was a genius at staying in the game. Buffett bought his first stock at age 11. By 15, he had $6,000, a fortune for a teenager in 1945. But the real lesson lies in his old age. Over 95% of his wealth was earned after he turned 65. Most people spend their 20s finding themselves, their 30s spending what they earn, and their 40s playing catch-up. Buffett's alpha was simply that he never stopped. He let his snowball roll for 80 years. Longevity is the most underrated variable in wealth creation. Compounding is a double-edged sword. It can build a mountain of gold, or it can dig a hole you can never escape. This is negative compounding. When you carry credit card debt at 20% interest, the math is working against you with the same ferocity it worked for the king's sage. You aren't just paying for what you bought. You are paying for the time you are losing. Even small bad habits compound. A $5 latte isn't just $5. If that money were invested for 40 years, that latte actually cost you over $1,000 in opportunity cost. Wealth is the sum of the things you didn't buy. In the 1960s, Stanford researchers conducted the Marshmallow test. A child was given a choice: 1 marshmallow now or 2 if they could wait for 15 minutes. Decades later, They found that the children who waited had higher SAT scores, lower stress levels, and better financial stability. Why? Because they mastered the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that understands the future. Our modern world is a dopamine factory. Apps, shopping, and fast food are designed to make you choose the one marshmallow now. To be wealthy, you must be a rebel. You must learn to find joy in the absence of spending. As we reach the end of our journey, remember that compounding is a law of life, not just finance. If you read 20 pages of a book every day, you won't feel smarter tomorrow. But in 10 years, you will have read over 70,000 pages. You will be a different person. If you tell your partner you love them every morning, it won't change your relationship in a day. But over decades, it builds an unbreakable bond. The price of a legendary life is boredom. You must be okay with the boring middle. You must be okay with looking average for a decade so you can be extraordinary for a lifetime. Stop looking at the clock. Start looking at the horizon. Your snowball has already started rolling. Don't interrupt it. Thank you for watching. If you have the patience to stay until the end of this masterclass, you already have what it takes to succeed. Subscribe, and let's keep building.